The recurring database allows you to define any type of transaction that occurs at a regular interval, like a paycheck, rent and utility payments, and subscription services. When you are ready to record the associated transaction, you use the Schedule button and the transaction record will be created for you, pre-populated with most of the relevant fields. Pushing the button will also move forward the next payment date according to the interval, so you never need to worry about calculating when the next transaction will be. Let's go through it. Create a new recurring page using the New button, or simply click into the table here on the New Page button. Unlike the transaction views that are optimized to only show the fields related to that type of transaction, this table shows the fields needed for any transaction type, so be aware of the type you are creating. For example, if you're setting up a recurring expense, you need to specify the source account, but not the target account, whereas if you're setting up a recurring payment, you need to specify both. I've organized the properties into sections, so use the New button to open the page view if you want some guidance with respect to which properties to assign. First, set the type, which can act as a guide for the required properties. Enter the date that the next payment is due and the amount. Be sure to set a renewal because moving the next payment date forward will not work properly if it is not set. Here you can jot down any notes related to the renewal interval that might not be explicit from the date, like every Friday. For an expense, transfer, or payment, set the source account and category. For income, transfers, and payments, set a target account. The properties in the Common Properties section do not need to be set when configuring a new recurring transaction. The Schedule button initiates creating the transaction and can be accessed in the table view. As you can see, annual cost and monthly cost are calculated from formulas. They are enabled by default in the Active and All Recurring tabs. So now you have a recurring transaction queued up. When the time comes that you want to add it to your transactions table, simply click on the Schedule button. The corresponding transactions that are created using the Schedule button will automatically be linked to this page in the Transactions relation. Even though this transaction properly goes into the month table view, you still need to link the month and pay period pages manually. The Active tab shows everything that is not canceled, whereas the Canceled tab shows everything that is canceled. The All Recurring view contains both. I like to use this active view every 6 months or so to review the monthly and annual cost of my subscriptions and decide whether they're giving me as much value as I'm paying for them. If not, I cancel. You can deactivate a recurring transaction by specifying a cancel date, and it will automatically be moved into the canceled state.